What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The Ripsoul. My name is Paññā. I'm here to acknowledge your frequency, to alter your consciousness, to heighten your mind, to transcend abundant deprivation, to ascend to this lesser room here on earth. Anybody want to experience here or not at any time. So we human eat to live, right? We eat to live. It's a universal truth. It is a disturbing and gross at the same time. And you probably get mad because we're talking about food, we're talking about animals, we're talking about something that we don't hunt anymore to live, to extend our life, to prolong our life. So the truth that was hidden behind the matrix, the food that we consume, and the food that was getting slaughtered, getting killed just for the human species to prolong their life. So eat to live with gratitude for the life. But others, animals' life has to be rid of to prolong our own life force. The human, the instinct, here. Since time immemorial, human always has been consuming animals, but we breathe of life and death, right? Death is greatly appreciated as well too, so we know that we're gonna die sooner or later. For living, consumptions is energies, among others. However, what if I tell you that we can live without consuming animals? The breath is the air flow through a lung capacity. It's the spirits without wind, air, life force is gone. So as people, as human, as blessing, as blessing from the food, we have to give the gratitude, giving the blessing. From different religions, we give the blessing of gratitude before we consume the food. The evening meals, last of the day, before they retire to bed, we give the gratitude. Each hunter gather to catch their next meals, right? But we don't live in the kind of a society anymore, civilizations. It's not like that. We've been, as human evolve, we feed on not a heredity. We evolved with dignity, with deeds for family to survive, right? But none of that really matters much now because it's primitive. It's more like financial economy. It's a vicious cycle that can break the change if we are mindfully establish the knowledge and wisdom that the ages, wisdom of the ages, wisdom from the sages, wisdom of those who has experienced, wisdom those who have forged, and wisdom from those who have fasted and dig deep into our own reservoir to really eating consumptions, vibrancy. It is a universal love that creates harmony and happiness. It's the interconnectedness, the interrelatedness, it's the intertwined, interlace, it's the network, eco-friendly, eco-family. If I were to tell you, as I mentioned, I asked you that already too, that we can live without food consumptions, and just like the matrix, knowing that meat is not real, likewise, the meat that we consume is not real. The taste is only just as good as the taste chewing, and then as we swallow within the quick middle split seconds, we swallow it down to our digestive system. That's it. The taste is just over with. If you can perceive, to pierce through the veil, to lift it up, to know what you consume will consume you in a wayside, or you can contribute your inner happiness without having the conscious, be conscious awareness, but have the guilt conscious. At the same time, you get in six-pack abs. That is the visual naked eyes will see eventually, because you can't see it right now, but let me show you. So this is the abs, and this is a fruitarian, a vegetarians. It's a feeling aliveness that get no guilt of awareness. With awareness, food consumptions It is the rational eating. It's the plant-based. It is the fruits, nuts, and vegetables. So it's a little bit shaky here. So let me have a seat real quick. So as we consume significantly amount of protein essential for the body or for the muscle to repair as the breakdown, right? Meaning that the macronutrition and the minerals and the fibers, it could be from plant-based, not just from. All right, peaceful warriors. So we were talking about food consumptions. We're talking about the conscious awareness by mindful, rational eating, the plant-based, the fruits, the veggies, the nuts. Of course, no one says you can't have meat, but be mindful that more fish, more or less of it, significantly. So food. The amount of protein essentially meet your macro nutrition and the minerals and the fiber, as we mentioned earlier, peaceful warrior. The dietary nutritions is anti-inflammations, are foods that you can eat to lower your odds of having inflammations or pre-diabetics or some cancer or whatever it is, right? And also reduce cardiovascular diseases or cancer. As I mentioned, cancer is from eating meat. So eating for the taste, we mentioned about the matrix. It's the best analogy that I can come up with because this can also influence you. It can also, I would say the metric is a great analogy as you watch and view and see when that, I forgot what his name is, but Cypher? I think that's his name. I don't remember. The one that eating the meat, right? Yeah, so let's return to the karmic diet effect, right? Anything that highly processed, so I mentioned processed food, we need to avoid that. An overly greasy food and processed food or super sweetened isn't a choice. The high fructose, right? If you have inflammation, you want to avoid that. Sweet cakes and cookies and soda. Now that's to prevent from pre-diabetic, too prone to it if you're going to consume a lot of a sweet add-on sugar and high fructose, not the natural fructose from fruits. That's a different story. So with the dense nutritions and they are easy to eat. Fruits is just so easy, good for your teeth as well too. But of course you have to brush your teeth afterwards because that's a lot of sugar, especially at night, right? So as we gain weight, high blood sugar from the high cholesterol, all related to inflammations. So this is something for you to recalibrate, to reconsider of what is it that you want to consume, what is it that you're putting in, because what you consume will consume you. So friend, peaceful warrior, did you know that animals hazard die so we could eat? We call them food, so we can live. We need to live, yes. However, nothing about this place value over lives. Think about this for a moment though. What is worth living if all to life is recycled around your everyday waking with stuff from yesterday, yesteryear? Everything else will be compositions. It's a bridge between the gap of the path that we are walking, a journey from the past, from the sages that has been passing on their knowledge, the wisdom in the books for us to consume, to read, to learn, to grow, to evolve as a human species. The past left, the future yet to come. However, the future is a generation to seek and to walk the path of fearless individuals, loving, profoundly subtle way with feeling that is undeniable, is irrefutable, that even myself have empathy for the death of the animals, of life force, of another. That is compassion. That is of your, at last, us as well too, will be void of consciousness, ascending. It's the pathway, the journey to go, to move. The pathway to the frontal cortex, the reticular activated system in the morning after we wake up. The reticular activation system in the morning we wake up, we can comprehend the peace of the mind, the peace of heart and love at heart. For the north, east, south, west, above, below, and all around, those seen and unseen, as far and near. With one, the question to contemplate is that if you could eat without another being's death, slaughter, would you still eat it? You know that they have to die for you. You still want to consume the death of another meat when you can eat liveliness of another fruits and vegetables and nuts from Mother Nature? You still continue consuming the flesh of another beings, animals? Come on now. Wake up. Animals' food in the past. I didn't know. I became a flexitarian because, I didn't get to slaughter it. And it's okay because I didn't get to hear the cry of the slaughter. But then I come to the realization that they still have to die for the consumption of our sustainable prolonging of this physique, this body, this vessel. This addressing is for you to know. It's not a destruction, catastrophe. It's a catastrophe of another being, which is why I totally cut out meat once I discovered that they have to be slaughtered. However, the fake meat that tastes like real imitation crabs, meat or any other kind of meat, like taste in this matter, is cool as long as none of life is taken away from another. It's deceiving. So we're gonna cut this right here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna continue a conversation that we left off at because we got two disturbance. So when we left, we went to do some training, and I just got back this evening. So let's talk about the eat to live as the universal truth disturbing and gross me out. The fact of the matter is that if you get into deep meditations and contemplations, you will have the clarities for your mind to expand and see the probability that you can probably get angry at the process that us human and the hidden behind that matrix. The implications of the imitation crab meat or the Beyond Meat, which is pretty cool, pretty awesome, tastes like what matters is the taste, right? So why not consume that Beyond Meat? So as long as this non-life is taken away to deceive another with ill wills or inorganic truth, by all means, consume it. That's gonna be the evolutions. That is the expansion of the consciousness. Money, no problems. It is just made of trees. Now it's electronic, wirelessly, receiving like our mind, being the receiver of the ether, as Nikola Tesla would put it, the ether. So he believed like there's extraterrestrial, the Mars, aliens, something like that. But the fact is that godlike force is the higher self. The great inventor Nikola Tesla discovered that the mind altar is a frequency. And that's like over a century ago, right? Making assumptions to dumb down our divine mind, the divinity that's in us, wandering circle, cycling, losing our patience, perceptions, and lost pathway, not knowing where we are heading. Where are we going? Within this spheres, within this realms, the opposite polarity is astonishing. The vastness of this splendor, life, the beauty, the wonder, our curiosity within this spectrums, within this originality, intrinsically, and automatically, it just changes because it is inevitable that peaceful warrior rises within as without. It is the energy, the transmutation. It is the transmitter, channeling. Within the transmutation is the channeling of our essence, the nature naturally. When we learn how to transmit the energy, kind of like meditation, we focus and we channel from the root of the chakra and we ascend it up to the crown of the head. As we ascension, the liberation is our divine divinity, design, we dwelling in the celestial realms here on earth, beings, the free spirit sovereignty, the sentience, serenity. It is the love, compassion, and empathy, and we cultivate the through samadhi. Empathy is equanimity, and when we're well grounded, center, it is equilibrium, the balance of life of our beings. Not just for one season, but for all 4 seasons. Being given you, giving us the life. Animals, let them be free, right? Eco-friendly, eco-family. I mean, I know it's always been like this, but hence, we can ascend. Here living, roaming, incredibly inhabiting here with us, the animals, right? But I have heard, I have seen, I have not seen rhinos and stuff like that because I'm living here in Seattle, Washington, and haven't yet really been an explorer out there to see what's out there. What kind of animals are still living? I mean, where are we? What am I? Naturally in this nature, in this freshness, and would love fruits more and vegetables and nuts and the air supplies, the vegetations and the vegetables, seeing the ground, seeing the concrete, seeing the energy efficiency, water, alkaline, more freshness of it. I mean, there's a mixture of all. And as we are killing in the cur hate, we live well, and consumption is very extravaganza. We are living well, consumption very extravaganza. The animal's life that we have consuming since time immemorial. Like I mentioned, I have consuming for about 3 decades, but within the 1 decade, approaching 2 decades, that's when I pretty much became a flexitarian. Until the 3rd decades, in mid-30s, I pretty much totally cut it off. Because it is a consuming endlessly of the disorientation. Eating it is an unimaginable and terrifying, horrific diseases that misfortune causes by the vicious cycle of the karmic effect, karmic die effect. The diseases that we consume of the animals, the human wired to eat animals, half man, half animals, animals devouring animals. If you're human, then eat right. Meaning that you are beginning to eat healthier. Eat to live, not live to eat. So you eating healthier. That's the karmic die effect. That's the duck just flew by, and roast duck. So you don't want to close off your existing rendering home, which is eco plants based proficiency of proteins, enzyme that is naturally more so from the way that is being sprinkled with that sun loving right on your skin when it kisses. That's the my heart spirit. Hashtag that, my heart spirits. So if you want to create now, you are able to. By you taking care of yourself, by you taking care of animals, right? Nowadays, aren't you? Taking care of your pets, your dogs, your 4-legged friends. Yeah, you heard me mention that. I mean, come on. If you're loving animals, why can you love equally? Egalitarian, baby. Whew. Animals a pet, in your words. Well, health conscious is important. Peaceful warrior. Also, never give up on a life trajectory. Nowadays, I'll be seeing life, and then I also heard death. Meaning that death comes to each and every one of us. So how well do you live in our life trajectory? With peace of mind and love of heart? Is it? Do you have love for yourself? Taking your own life, that's also killing. You see? That's not self-love. Suicide. That's something need to alter our cognitive apparatus for your life to transcend above the deprivations. For yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your relative, for your acquaintance, for your close one, for your loved one, for all sentient beings. As you allow yourself to flow effortlessly together, growing, evolving, it's evolution of the mind. It is irrefutable. It is exchangeable. It is the insidious Mara. It is the supervillain, if you like. It is the illusion of the of time, the energy that kept away from the heart. That's the reason why there is the killing. That is the reason why there's ignorance. That's the reason why they're suicidal. So we'll talk about a different video about suicide preventions and what causes it. It's because the hindering awakening from the geometrically of the mind, the heart, the spirits, the coherence. So have love. Without love, there is fear and there's ignorance. There is suspicion. There is just not trust. So have love, fear not. Have love. With love, heart grows. Found openness, expressions, and awakening the dormants of the wisdom that is hidden within. The infinite intelligent. It is the highest in the universe. It is the blossoming of the lotus formations. It's the blossoming and still growing, evolving ascensions. It is the capacity beyond our measure of frequency. It is the godlike force. And in the process, it is the veganism. Veganism is the process of becoming. Becoming what, if you ask? It is flexitarian. It is the pescatarian. It is the veganism, vegans, fruitarians, vegetarians, vegans. So as you practice this abstaining from using animals' products, if you like. I mean, cheese is all good. I have nothing against cheese. No harm done to animals. I don't know. So particularly in diet and the association with the philosophy that rejects the commodity status of animals. So just do your research. I don't know everything. I'm just telling you from my wisdom, knowledge, experience. As an individual who's followed the diet of philosophy and also know as the vegetarians, and those who also that I come in contact with interactions with veganism, vegans or pescatarians, and also those meat eater. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything about the meat eater. Just know who you are, know yourself. Just lift yourself up and be more happy, be more joyous, and don't take anyone's life, especially not yours. Come on now, live, love, laugh, learn, evolve, expand your conscious. Food came from where? We still eat it, whatever it is. Delusion of delicious, of delightful food. It is for us to expand, to prolong the life force of this vessel, of this physique, of this form, of this spirits. So, yes, myself was foolishly unfulfilled by this ignorance as well too. So, as we skillfully taking the actions with understanding, furthermore, despite of the pandemic, we learned to dive deep inwardly instead of outwardly. Of course, we went outside to do investigations, to deepen our knowledge and experience, and come to more understanding and learning as we view through televisions that tell us some lies and the media. So there's a lot of the constant negative news, the CNN, and also you have heard that ABC. ABC is good, but what is it called? Como News, or whatever it is, King 5. So there's a lot of just a lot of shit because it's on the TV. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: use your discernment. Eating animals is to dumb down, right? The myth of the forbidden fruits is the food of knowledge, the fruit of wisdom. It is the fruits that transmitter from Mother Earth to us, and we are that what we are of her elements. As we consume animals, the dead animals, it's not even alive. That can cause the problem, causing constipation, causing the cancer, causing more problem than fruits and vegetables that you may have heard all those fake diet and shit like that. So as you eat the fruits and vegetable, nuts and aliveness, that is the feeling that make us alive, that rise and raise the vibrations, the frequencies, and more intelligently as a human must we be human in kindness, human mankind, human aliveness, not dead animals to dumb down our intelligence, and may even cause diseases, cancer, right? In the mind, in the body, and so forth. Human. You human. Human eat to live, right? Animals eat to survive. That's the differences. That's the distinct differences. As we call ourselves human, we distinct the differences between animals and human. So that being said, human, brilliant, radiance, at the same time, human, eating Tyrannosaurus. So here's a story of a lion chasing a gazelle and a fat kid eating burgers, a cow meat, a cow flesh that was never seen, or the kids never know, or don't have the imagery of the cow. All they know is burgers, and it looked inviting. That's pretty much it. That's because we never show the actual truth of it. That's how we being concealed from the truth. That is ignorance. So when we dig deep contemplation and also seeing the food as is in a cellular level, germinating intelligently throughout our physical, we know the body growing with hormone. That's the basic needs, or just fruits and vegetables and nuts, and we can meet that and we still living alive. So it's getting late, it's getting kind of cold. I'm about to go have some soup, ask mother, just give a call. And it sounds very exquisite. Food that's being cooked, some soup, some mushroom, and that's all I could recall at the moment. But yeah, it sounds pretty good though. So remember, the body's foreign to whatever meat it is. It get used to it, of course, as time goes by. But as it's broken down to the digestive system, it's gonna hurt you. Especially meat too. That's why those who consume more chicken and fish, we get more leaner or whatnot, right? And also in moderations, or just for the body to beautify the body, just to look good. But that's just the narrow-minded. So you got to be open-minded, have compassion as a human species, right? Much love and light. Eating animals. Come on, take on a challenge of 6 days fruitarians. Take on a challenge for the 21 days fruitarian. Check on a 60 day or the 90 days of fruitarians, and see yourself elevated. See your energy rising. Right? So as we breathe another life, less death with that fruitarian's lifestyle. Knowing only this universal truth, it would be great for you. Never will you see the truth until you dig deep within yourself. As a creator, ask yourself, why are you here? Much love, peace of mind. Love your heart. I love you.